Okay, so now we're ready to finish up this template drawing with the center marks and the dimensions. So first thing I need to do is switch to center layer. You always want to do your center lines first. Now on this one, since we have a lot of holes, we're going to use the center mark tool, which is on the annotate tab. So switch to annotate tab, and then we can use our center mark tool, and I'm just going to click on each circle. Right now I turned my snap off. You can turn the snap on or off depending on your preference. Remember, snap kind of jumps around the grid or on the grid, and then snap off, you can go anywhere you want. So with the circles being curved, it might actually be easier to turn the snap off. I'm going to turn it back on now once I'm done. That's it. That's the center marks. Pretty easy if you use that center mark tool. Now I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to switch to my dimension layer, and I'm going to put my dimensions on. I'm going to start with linear. Again, you're going to need your drawing packet out because we want to place all these same dimensions on there. I'll start on the right side with the 2 1/8 dimensions. So, for instance, from the center of this circle to the center of the part here is 2 1/8, and I want to go out a grid and a half. What you wouldn't want to do is this: go from the middle here to the middle there and drag it out. It'll still say 2 1/8, but if you notice this closely, you look at it closely, I've covered up my center lines with that dimension line. So you always want to start outside of the part, or in that case, I just clicked on the grip and dragged it back over. There's also a 4 7/8 dimension from the center here to the bottom of the part. And I'm going to drag that out and place that one about right there. I have some dimensions on the top. I have a 7/8 dimension from this center point to the middle. Going to go up a grid and a half, puts me there. Then I need an 1 1/4 dimension from this top of this center mark to this one. Again, I'm going to go up a grid and a half, which will put me right there. And then I have another one from here to this center point, was actually 1 3/4. Notice how I'm kind of lining these up. And then from here to this center point. And then there's the 5 1/2 on top of that. So now I got to go, and that's from the left edge, or the left corner here, to this right corner. I'm going to bring that one up. And again, a grid and a half puts me right here. So I have 3 sets of dimensions there, each spaced 3/8 apart from each other. I have 2 dimensions here on the side. A 1 inch dimension, which actually I should do the 1/2 inch first. It's always good habit to do the smaller ones first because you got to go 3/8 and then you got to go another 3/8 for the 1 inch dimension. That would put me here. I have an angle dimension on the bottom, the 45 degrees, so I'm going to click angular dimension and click the bottom here to there, and that one can go about right here. I also have some radius dimensions. I have a radius dimension right here, this 1 1/4. And I'll just try to place that right about there is fine. I have this 5/8 radius here as well. Right about there looks pretty good. I have a diameter dimension in the middle, which says 2 1/2. Now when I place this one, you'll notice it doesn't give me the line going all the way across. To fix that, what you can do is click on the dimension, hover over the blue grip, and an option that you'll see is Move Text Only. I want to click Move Text Only, and now I can kind of drag that wherever I want, and I can place it in the to the side, and I get the line going all the way across. The last dimension is the 5/8 drill 5 holes. I'm going to show you a new tool called Q Leader to complete that because we have some extra text underneath it. And that tells me that all 5 of these holes are a diameter or a drill, which is a diameter, and there's 5 of them. Instead of dimensioning each one, I can do it one time and put a notation saying that there's 5 of them. So the tool I'm going to use to do that is called Q Leader. And to get it, you just type in QL, and it'll come right up. So Q Leader, and then hit Enter. You got to click a starting point, which you want to go roughly 45 degrees out. Now here might be a good spot where I'm going to turn my snap off. just so I can kind of easily get this point. And sometimes you might even need to turn off your O snap as well. Like right now, I don't want to click the bottom. I don't want to click the side. I don't want to click the middle. I want to get about right here. And if it's snapping on you, turn off your O snap. So QL, enter. See, now I can go anywhere I want without worrying about it snapping to anything. Now I'll turn my O snap and snap back on. I'm going to drag it down to about right here, and then over to the right. The text size is 0.125. I hit enter. Now I type in what I want it to say. So 5/8 drill, 5 holes. Hit enter twice. I can double click this, and I can actually drag this over so that it's on 2 lines. 5/8 drill, 5 holes. This drawing we're going to set up on ANSI A portrait, 1:1 scale. If you find that some of the dimensions are just cut off a little bit on the side, it's okay for this one to bring these in just a little bit. Okay, so that'll take care of the dimensions now for the template drawing.